What's up, y'all? Heather Hurt, P, Nerds Rule the World, back for our weekly entertainment picks, y'all. There's a lot dropping this week. I'm actually throwing four at y'all. There's another one I wanted to fit in, but because time and we're already giving you four, I'm not going to put it in there. So you'll have to tune into WTOP if you live in the DC area, but also have the NRW WTOP stuff here on NRW, so you can check out the audio there from the radio for that special pick. So four coming at you this week. How are you, Heather? What do you got going on before we get into our picks, since it's jam-packed today?
Mostly stuff. Actually, no, I have not been watching all that much stuff lately. Even stuff that Kuyapi's been sending me. He's actually getting mad at me, y'all. I'm failing in my duties.
No, all the love. The girl's going for her masters, y'all. Like, respect. You know, you fit it in when you fit it in. It's all love.
Yeah, but I have not, with the joking aside, I have not had that much of an opportunity. Work has been busy, which is good. When especially in the DC area, if you're working right now, you can't really complain too much. But with that being said, I've been busy. Been watching a lot of stuff in the background though, stuff that makes me feel better. For you cartoon heads out there, I turn on Gravity Falls because that show just makes me happy and makes me giddy. So I put that on in the background, all that fun stuff, and trying to catch up on some anime late at night when I am done with my homework. What about you, Kuyapi?
A lot of screeners, as you know, and we have a lot of interviews. But I also want to point out, Heather didn't mention she hasn't been watching a lot, but she has done some watching tied to some interviews. And there's a lot of interviews, probably as you'll see when this recording drops. I got an S ton. Actually, I've got a laundry list, that backlog, that I feel bad for Heather that I've got to get up that she's done. There's so many interviews she's been handling. So check out Heather killing it on interviews. And also, I think there's some interviews tied to these picks coming up. I know I have some interviews. There's interviews tied with some of these picks I'm about to drop on y'all that you'll be seeing as well. Just interviews aplenty from my pal Heather, as well as yours truly. So thank you, Heather. But there's a lot to talk about, and we also have a lot of reviews. Some stuff that wasn't picks within the past 2 weeks that you'll see that there'll be reviews up. So shout out to Anthony, Derek, John, and the rest of the squad, and of course Heather, who's been involved with some of these as well. So a lot of stuff we're watching that also aren't picks, because there's been some interesting content out there, and also as well from the interviews that we've been checking out. So a lot coming your way, but let me get right to it because we got four coming at you. Heather, are you ready to start off with a drama, thriller, horror for the first pick?
Sure.
It's called The Woman in the Yard. Let's check it out.
Okay.
We didn't screen this one, y'all, so there may not be a review up. Maybe afterwards. The opening cold with The Woman in the Yard.
When the sun is bright and the wind is still, she comes to you like a sudden chill. Draped in black from head to toe. How she got there, you'll never know.
Today's the day.
Today's the day, Heather, March 28th. The Woman in the Yard. Very curious. Also curious they didn't screen it to press. So that could be a little something. Why? Universal Pictures, Blumhouse brings you the horror of The Woman in the Yard. What do you think?
As we know, Blumhouse, though it is so much fun to have Blumhouse have one of the few completely devoted to horror production companies. We know that their movies are they are a catch. If you get a good one, it's a good catch. But they sometimes don't put out the greatest stuff because of mass release of product. I'm skeptical because it is a Blumhouse film, and I wish I couldn't say that but I'm also curious about it because I feel like this is based off of some like classic lore of some sort, especially for Southern people of color. It does make me curious enough to see if this is something based in some truth, which is lore. But I won't deny, because it is a Blumhouse film, I am skeptical. I am skeptical.
Agreed. I echo the same notes. I'm cheating off of your test, Heather. It looks about right, and with the fact it's opening cold, but that also could prove the effort, because sometimes, well, I'll say that our fellow critics will spoil and mess it up for the rest of us. So if you open cold, it gives a better chance for people to just be blown away by it and be surprised, and others just explore it. Because I'm very intrigued. Of the films I'm about to talk about, it's the only one of my picks this week that I haven't seen. So yeah, color me intrigued. Excited to check out The Woman in the Yard. This next one, Heather, is a drama comedy called The Penguin Lessons, based on a true story. Ready to check out The Penguin Lessons?
Sure.
Here we go.
Welcome to St. George. Timothy Buckle, headmaster.
Mi nombre es señor Michel. Estoy aquí para enseñarles inglés. Sit down, please.
Argentina's in chaos. A military coup is imminent.
College is shut for a week and is very serious.
We got a week off. I might go to Uruguay, go dancing, maybe meet a couple of ladies.
Where is he from? Is he yours?
I rescued him from an oil slick, and now he thinks he's my friend.
Okay, off you go.
Not my penguin. I don't like penguins.
Then why did you save his life?
Because I was trying to impress a woman,
I have to go now.
and I've ended up with a penguin.
If you don't take the penguin with you, I will arrest you.
On what charge?
I will just arrest you.
I like you, Michelle.
I don't.
Just the chap I want
Master, I
to
was
see.
hoping to...
Your job is to get the boys up to O-level standard. As far as I can see, they're some way off.
Do you have a penguin in there?
A penguin?
A penguin.
Yes.
Why do you have a penguin on your desk?
To get you all to pay attention. If you keep this between ourselves, then I'll let you all feed him some fish at lunchtime. Deal?
You think he's listening to us? They're very sensitive.
Think of Juan Salvador, the wide ocean before him, going wherever the wind takes him. Any ideas?
He is aware. He owes his life to you. ¿Qué lleva en la bolsa?
No es comunista, este pingüino.
I do.
You shouldn't have told him all that. You know you can't keep a secret.
Penguin!
I had you as a head-down sort of fellow. Anything for a quiet life. And what happened to you?
I met a penguin.
The boys' results have improved,
From disastrous to slightly below average.
but the curve is upwards.
All right, Heather, The Penguin Lessons. What do you think of The Penguin Lessons?
This looks really cute. I'm down for it. It's fun to see that we can take history and teach and show it in very fun and sweet ways. It's not always doom and gloom. It's very often good things. Great things come out of situations that can be very dark. So I still want to know for surezies. You never know. Penguins might be communists and we just don't know it. They do share shit pretty well. But with that being said, this looks like a very cute movie, something that it'll be enlightening and yet also fun for history buffs all the same. So I like it.
Yeah, I went into it with nothing. I didn't see the trailer, anything. And it turned out to be a very sweet, tender film. Guy who's kind of left the UK to teach in Argentina during a turbulent period, and then kind of befriends, not willingly because he was trying to get this girl, but then afterwards, just kind of assumed responsibility for this penguin, and it helps bridge the gap between him and his students, and it helps him kind of get the love, I guess, away again. After being disenfranchised, I guess, with reality in the world and everything like that. Very sweet film, and based on true events. You actually see at the end credits pictures and video from the back when this happened, and they caught that. And just very sweet film, very tender film. The Penguin Lessons dropping March 28th. Let's now head over to some action, Heather. Action. Statham. A Working Man. You ready to check out A Working Man, Heather?
Sure.
Here we go.
I get to see this movie.
Now listen, today's
yeah, you're seeing it soon.
Let's all go home with the same amount of fingers that we came with. Let's get it. When my wife passed and I left the Royal Marines, a lot of people would have given up on me. You gave me a job. You were patient with me. You, Carla, Jenny, you're my family. Excuse me, it's not your business.
I'm good, boss.
Levin, was that some military shit?
Hey, you didn't see anything.
Just get my back if I ever need it.
Jenny's missing.
She went out with her friends on Friday.
The police don't have the resources to work these cases. They take a report and forget about it.
Please, find our daughter.
Where's the girl?
You a cop?
You wish I was a cop.
So these guys are next level.
Look at those bricks. You ain't a cop. You're a working man.
That's right. Let's play. This isn't just some kidnapping. This is human trafficking. Remember Gunny?
Your blind war buddy that doesn't know he's blind?
That's the one. You shot a foot to the left, I'll be dead.
I wanted you dead, you'd be dead. I will be your weapon sommelier for this evening. This is the real beast here. M14. Pulled direct from Saddam's palace. And I added a Bluetooth scope.
Where is she?
There's a special place, high rollers only. They can do anything as long as they pay.
Gangs, the mob, corrupt government officials, they're all involved in human trafficking. You're on the payroll too.
You killed your way into this. You're gonna have to kill your way out of it.
Food as much.
All of this is for a girl.
I'm not stopping until I bring her home.
That's for slapping that woman.
That woman was my wife. That's for slapping your wife.
Who are you? What are you?
All right, A Working Man arriving on March 28th. What do you think, Heather? Are you excited to see this?
That was David Harbour. I was sitting here like for 2 minutes going, that fucking David Harbour, isn't it? That's fucking, yeah, it's David Harbour. I love him so much. I'm very interested. One of the great things about a Statham film is that it's a fucking Statham film and you can just go in and enjoy it. Like Beekeeper got some shit for the type of movie it was, but I enjoyed that movie.
I love the hell out of Beekeeper.
I like where they're going. I like how Statham is actually playing more into the fact that he is an older gentleman who is just kind of trying to live his life. I don't like the idea of him just continuing of action stars continuing to play these young guys. I really like where Statham is going with his action films. But at the same time, I'm not going to deny it's a Statham film. There's it just seemed it looks like a Statham film. I'm excited.
It's a Statham film. I'll say that. I've had the pleasure of checking it out already. Heather will be checking it out soon, and then we'll probably get together to do the review once she sees it. But I'll tell you, Heather, it's a Statham film, but also Stallone is one of the producers and handled some of the script. Get ready for some corn dialogue.
Okay.
The action is there because obviously David Ayer is also involved, as you saw from producer on Suicide Squad, Statham. But Stallone is also one of the producers, but he also had a hand in the script. There's some cheesy dialogue that Anthony and I were commenting like, really? But we'll go with it. It's fun. Beekeeper I like a little bit more, but Working Man is a fun ride. It's action. If you love action and you love Statham, he delivers the same kind of work all the time. So it's a Statham film all the way. Also, as of this recording, later this afternoon, as we're doing this pick, by the time this drops, by the time you see this weekly, to coincide with the reviews that I'll have with Heather when she sees it, I'll have interviews with Ariana Rivas and Naomi Gonzalez, Chidi Ajufo, and Eddie Fernandez, some of the members of the cast. That'll be up as well because I'll be conducting that later today as this recording. So look for those interviews. Shout out to Working Man, dropping March 28th. You ready for our next project dropping this week, Heather? And my top pick for the week?
Do it.
Let's go. We're killing unicorns. Death of Unicorns.
Really?
Wish I saw this.
Are you okay?
It kind of felt like it was
I'm looking forward to your thoughts
showing me something. I get this feeling I don't think we're supposed to be here.
The Leopolds donated this entire nature preserve. And they care about a lot of things, not just pharmaceuticals.
Fine. I will sit there and smile.
Sorry, we're late.
What happened? You walked from the airport or what?
It's perfect timing.
I need you to act like everything is fine.
Is there something in your car?
A lot of species in this area are rare. What exactly are we saying this is, though?
I think we know exactly what it is.
A horse-like mammalia.
With some sort of protrusion or growth.
It's a fucking unicorn.
I don't think I should be in swim shorts for this moment.
I don't think that we're supposed to have this.
We need to study it.
Whatever it is, it seems to be the cure for cancer.
Cancer? That's the biggest one.
An opportunity for greatness, for immortality.
I've never been so alive.
Dad, please just listen to me. We need to give the little one back. Okay, bad things will happen.
There are two of them?
They're gonna kill us.
I'll do whatever I have to take care of you. You'd retreat in the face of opportunity.
That horn was rather girthsome.
Picking up vibration.
Here's hoping we kill Bigfoot on the way home, huh?
All right, Death of a Unicorn. What do you think, Heather?
I'm actually very disappointed I didn't get to see this. I had to prioritize homework over this, but it looks like a lot of fun. It looks goofy, and I just want to say this for everyone out there, especially since I mentioned Gravity Falls earlier. We need a general reminder: unicorns are terrible humans. They're awful. So I'm kind of okay with the death of a unicorn.
Wow. Damn. As of this recording, I just saw it last night, wishing Heather could have been there. Thankfully, though, some of our next batch of screenings are at our theater that's conducive to her and I, which I'm madly excited about. As Heather knows, we got quite a few coming up soon. So yeah, very excited. But Death of a Unicorn, I'll have a full review up, probably with Anthony and I forgot who else was there. Oh, Ashley might be there. We were there last night watching this. Wild, crazy, different. A24 always gives you something crazy. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Anthony, not so much, but you'll find out his reasons why in it. But freaking Richard Grant, Taya Leone, Will Poulter, Jenna Ortega, Paul Rudd, the ensemble cast fucking delivered. And just some great dialogue, great moments. I had a lot of fun with it. So Death of a Unicorn, stay tuned for our review. But there you go. Those are our picks for this week. The Woman in the Yard, The Penguin Lessons, The Working Man, Death of a Unicorn. Where are we this week, Heather? I'm giving it a thumbs up. I think there's an eclectic mix there, but all tends to be on the high end.
I'm gonna give
I know because I've seen them.
yeah, I'm gonna give it more like a 3/4, only because there are some films that I'm kind of skeptical on. But and once again, it's even though I love a good Statham film, I know that it's not going to be the greatest film on the planet. Like I'm going in with moderate expectations for this.
Yeah.
So like when I say 3/4, it's I know I'm getting a 3/4 film. So I'm going to go in with 3/4. It's not that I think it's going to be a bad week, but I also want to say that KAYFABEYBABY didn't do my request. Mythic Quest Side Quest also arrives on Apple TV Plus this week. And I will say this, now that it's finally, as of this recording, we're doing this ahead of time because KAYFABEYBABY's going on vacation and taking his daughter to college visits. Oh, yeah, all snooty like that. But now that it's actually past March 21, I can finally talk about it. Side Quest I've gotten to see the entire series. It's actually been over a month since I watched it, and I've been desperately wanting to talk about it. It has one of the most has one of the most, I feel, seen episodes that I have ever watched on television. I was crying for some of the episodes. It's only a 4-part miniseries, it's a 4-part anthology about things that are happening alongside the production of this. So it doesn't necessarily include every people that we've already seen before, but it does also include some of them. But I will say this: if you are a fan of Mythic Quest, it does premiere on the 26th on Apple TV Plus. It is only a 4-part anthology. And with that, I've also seen the final. I can finally talk about this. I've also seen the final episode of Mythic Quest, and I have comments about that. That is coming out soon as well. But yes,
you should record that. So we can put that out there on the channel.
I don't want to. I don't
Okay.
want to. And those are my thoughts. I don't want to put it out there because of my thoughts. But anyway, for the most part, I think this is a pretty good week. I think you're gonna have stuff on stream and in theaters that you can enjoy.
Yeah. Definitely. And we're also working on interviews. I've been going back and forth with the studios. They may be audio only. I don't think this is Heather learning this for the first time because of scheduling with them. But we're working on booking some more of the Mythic Quest interviews. Go check out our previous Mythic Quest interviews, but the Mythic Quest Side Quest interviews we're working on as well. And those are going to be like audio only. So check out the video interviews that Heather already did for Mythic Quest, but the Side Quest, we're working on scheduling all that right now. Hopefully I can get in there before certain things happen with Heather that she has going on. So we're working on things. Heather's putting in that work, but I know you're such a big fan, and we're trying to make all that happen. But there you go. And again, a lot of interviews with all these other projects that we just talked about. So we put in work, y'all, and shout out to my pal Heather doing the work. And yeah, there you go. Those are the picks. Let us know what you think. If we missed something, I did say there's another pick that I would have included, but you'll have to listen to the radio for that. Just a lot of good content, which is great because we need the escapist entertainment because of the orange clown dickhead in the office. So just say it. Anyway, let me get out of here before he comes and pulls me with ice and shit. Anyway, we out.